Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the semi-finals of the HKESports Winter Challenge. My name is Sam. I will be your caster for today, and this is...
My name is Ben C.
Yeah, we're ready for this. First, we'd like to start the stream by thanking our sponsors. We have Asus, BenQ, AS Rock, and Little Chef HK. The first game of today, I believe, is going to be yoeFlash Wolves versus RuSh. We actually haven't seen RuSh play in the tournament just yet. We had some technical difficulties during their part of the first part of the challenge, you know, the score-based part, and they won via forfeit in the original part of the offline tournament. So they're going to be in a bit of a tough spot here, but they're definitely the underdog, so it'll be good to see how well they fare. So I think we're ready to get in the pick and bans right now, so let's go straight into that.
So
Alright, here we
first
go.
off, we've got Lissandra banned and Syndra banned out.
Yeah, and it looks like RuSh are on the blue side for this one, and yoeFlash Wolves on taking the red side.
Indeed they are.
Yes.
So we see that Lissandra's been banned out so much now.
Yeah, she's a very contested pick these days. We saw her a lot during the last, the last part of the offline tournaments where you weren't here. We had Breaker casting, which was an interesting experience having a StarCraft caster on the desk. Like, he made a couple of mistakes here and there with the more finer points of the game, but it was great having him on. Anyway, yeah, so Lissandra is very contested. A lot of teams are being built around her utility. She's a very strong laner as well. Yeah. So we're seeing her play a lot top lane with support, but of course not this game, and she's been banned out.
And of course Zed being banned out. That's classic. Yeah,
a lot of the bursty assassin champions are being banned out, and also the mid laners with a lot of utility as well. So if you see Syndra as well, she's got very high single target damage, and she's got that huge linear CC skill shot. So that's a huge game changer to have in the game. I can see why they'd want that out.
Oh and no, Irelia.
Yeah, well she's doing well in the top lane, so we can see why she's been taken out of this match. Same with Jarvan as well, another really strong jungler right now. So these are all very safe bans. I wouldn't say they're targeted at anyone specifically, but yeah, they're very safe. As you can see, the Janet ban there as well. She's a very strong support. She's actually getting nerfed quite a bit in the next patch 5.1. Oh. What they're doing is they're reducing the width of her tornado, which I believe that's a great change considering how much you can actually hit with that thing. It's like a huge truck moving through the lane.
Yeah, it's quite a big tornado.
Yeah, so making it a bit harder to hit and less destructive is probably a great change.
Right.
So we got Hey So Big taking the first pick for RuSh here. I wonder who he's going to choose.
Yeah, what do you think? Of course, we haven't seen RuSh play, but they have played in the tournament. We haven't actually seen them play and what they pick and their play style.
Yeah, I actually have no idea how RuSh are going to do this. If we're going to hazard a guess here, they'll probably be a lot like the other amateur teams we've seen. Very aggressive, very strong laners. And picking some of the most favorite champs of the current meta, like Rek'Sai. He's actually, I believe he's blacklisted from the Korean tournaments right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they do that with new champions though, but he's really strong right now. Especially with the true damage on his E, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah. So yoeFlash Wolves taking the Gnar pick. Gnar is one of those great versatile champions, especially in the mid game right now, as most games are focused around the mid game, dragon control, etc. So Gnar, with his versatility as a champion, he's a great laner with his mini Gnar farm, and Mega Gnar is the ultimate team fight starting monster.
He's got so much CC as Mega Gnar.
Yeah, it's
two
ridiculous.
stuns. If he lands his Q, that is.
2 stuns, slows, it's ridiculous. So if you can teleport at the right time, jump into everyone, then it's GG from 12 minutes.
Oh, and Lee Sin, so there's going to be some early ganking, I hope.
Yeah, very aggressive roamings, early ganks, typical Lee Sin shenanigans. Ooh, and Azir. We saw Azir last time when you weren't here. The damage he outputs is ridiculous. It's so annoying to deal with. Actually, I think you saw an Azir game.
Yeah, we did. The one before the last time.
Yeah, he's starting to get really popular these days.
He was doing insane. He was harassing them behind the tower.
Yeah, but as you can see, they've trolled me here.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait for them to lock in before being a bit too confirming on the champion picks here, but we'll see.
Never mind. All right, so we got Renekton and Thresh. Now, if they're locked in, Renekton is a really strong in this meta now.
Yeah, we see him picked a few times against Gnar. I'm not too keen on that matchup myself. Like, I believe Gnar does have the edge, but we see a lot of pros swear otherwise that, like, Renekton is really a good pick. Like, if you can get an early, like, stun onto Gnar as your jungler is coming in, there's a really strong, successful gank. But, like, Gnar's just such a safe laner. Like, you're going to find it hard to kill him, even if you do pick, like,
he
someone
can harass
like
you when he's in mini Gnar, and when he turns into Mega Gnar, you know, he can hold his own. He's got...
Actually, like, I'd say Mega Gnar is the time when you really want to, like, be aggressive.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because that's when he finds it hard to get away from you.
But because of his range, he has long range, so he can stay back and safely, like, stay out of harm's way.
Yeah,
and when he turns into Mega Gnar,
like,
he
so
can
much
go in
about Gnar, like, make him annoying to play again.
Oh, Corki Morgana.
Corki Morgana, very strong bottom lane here.
Incredibly strong.
Like, Corki's actually getting nerfed too. They're changing his Valkyrie mana cost, so it makes him a bit, like, harder to get out of the situation, especially because he uses so much mana harassing in lane. I think it's a great change.
Yeah. So they're decreasing the mana.
They're increasing the mana cost. Yeah, so it makes it like he has to decide whether he should be aggressive or save mana for his Valkyrie so he can get out.
Just pick and choose.
Yeah, you gotta pick and choose your
fights.
Fights or flight. Exactly, Ben.
Oh, so we see Tristana, Ezreal, Sivir. Which one will he pick?
Well,
I hope Sivir.
Yeah, I hope Sivir
would
too.
be
We've been
really
seeing
good.
her a lot lately as well. Like, a lot of players are picking the more, like, aggressive, bursty AD carries lately. Marksmen, or as I should say these days. For all you new players out there who don't know what an AD carry is just yet. So Lucian is a okay pick. He's been nerfed quite hard lately. I'd say, like, Sivir would be slightly better.
Yeah, especially with the spell shield against Morgana and Corki. You know, I would have preferred, well, personally, I would have preferred to have that spell shield rather than the extra burst.
Yeah, I'd say Sivir would have been a more favorable pick for us, but I'm sure, like, Animas here knows what he's doing.
Of course.
Picking out Lucian for either himself or his teammate, because I have no idea who RuSh's AD carry is, guys. We'll find out soon enough. So they did go for the Fizz pick in the end.
Ooh, and that means that Yoe Flash Wolves will be able to...
Azir.
Yeah, they'll be able to pick up Azir, which is going to be... It's going to be tough, I think, for Fizz to lane against.
Really, early on, as a Fizz, Azir is like the worst thing to lane against.
Azir
you can get an edge, especially at level 6, if you just go all in crazy. Like, you can quite easily kill an Azir, but Azir is just so strong, dude. He's just crazy strong.
Yeah.
But we'll see, we'll see. Seems like both mid laners are picking up an exhaust.
Yeah, I was about to mention that
That's
as well.
a new thing we've been seeing as well. Like, I don't remember seeing that last
two times ago, I think there was one match where whoever was playing against Azir picked up exhaust. I can't remember details, but
it makes sense. Like, taking away the attack speed from Azir actually does a lot more than you'd think. Like, considering the attack speed, like, says how much his soldiers are attacking as well. So once you take that away, it really cuts his damage.
Yeah, it will negate his damage a lot.
Especially with, like, of course, the damage negation from exhaust too on top of that. So it's like double exhaust. Pretty cool. Alright, so it looks like 5 seconds, and then we got the 3-minute spectator cooldown, and then we can start watching the game. So team composition. Who has the better team composition?
It's a good question.
They're both quite equal in terms of team composition, I'd say. Like,
yeah, I think mid-game they're early and mid-game they're both very balanced. As in, it's going to be down to whoever can coordinate better, whoever can succeed in ganking the right lane, you know, and counter gank if that may be. And it's really, I think it's gonna we're gonna see a lot of fighting around the first dragon for sure.
Yeah,
both of these teams are gonna be wanting to get that dragon within as fast as they can, as soon as they can.
Yeah, I'm gonna say here, I do think Yoe Flash Wolves does have the better team composition with the abilities to, like, control the way the team fight's going with Azir's ultimate. He can actually push the whole team towards Gnar. He can then shove everyone into a wall.
Yeah.
Now that's a crazy combination, and it allows like Corki to just go crazy with his damage too. On top of that, but then again, like we see RuSh here. They got the Thresh and the Fizz that allows them to make some really safe picks if they need to. So Yoe Flash Wolves, what they have to do is be very safe with their positioning.
Yeah.
As soon as they get out, they're in quite a bit of trouble. But then again, they do have the Morgana to mitigate that a little bit, so they need to play around the Black Shield.
Yeah, and I also think that they're going to have to rely heavily on Mega Gnar, since they do not have such a strong, like, tanky team. Lee Sin can get health, of course, like he can get really healthy, but
after the mid game they'll be more than tanky enough. But I believe Yoe Flash Wolves are more than capable of controlling, like, when they should engage with Gnar. Like, we've seen Yoe Flash Wolves and Gnar before, and it's been impeccable. yoeFW, I have to say, are the strongest in the tournament so far.
Yeah.
Though maybe with
Without a
HKESports current support change, that might make
things may change.
Make
may
things a
turn
little
the
bit
tables.
different. Like maybe HKESports are in fact stronger now. We're not quite sure. It's been a while.
We'll see soon enough, I'm sure. Later on in the tournament.
Our next game is actually HKESports versus Domo, which is pretty cool. Domo are my favorite amateur team of the tournament, so it'd be great to see those guys face HKESports once again.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And then the winner of that will face the winner of this.
Yeah.
So we have a good set of games coming out ahead of us. We've got about 50 seconds left on the timer, so we've talked about pretty much everything, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's not much else to say. One team has got a very mid-game orientated pick comp. The other team's got a very mid-game orientated team fight composition. So it's all about positioning for these two teams who can start the fight on their own terms, and then once that happens, that team will win. But yoeFW, what they see is a lot of early aggression, lots of early roaming. So I'm pretty sure Sorda might actually be leaving the lane quite a bit and trying to get some kills within the solo lanes. So if RuSh can counteract that and play a bit safe, and then get to the mid game with their pick composition, start like trying to get some like good picks around Dragon, then maybe it'll be a bit better for them. We'll see though. We'll see.
Yes, we shall. All right, guys. So we're gonna. The game is almost underway. We're gonna get into the loading screen. Let's see if we've got any beautiful skins. I hope we have some beautiful skins.
I'm sure we will. They always like to surprise us with our most favorite skins. But currently we have a black screen, so it's teasing us a little bit. I'm impatient.
Give it time.
I'm impatient. I want these games to start.
Steady now, steady now. Ooh, look at that. Full skins all around. Beautiful. Oh, sorry, Thresh. Thresh let us down.
Yeah, Thresh. How dare you.
So I guess RuSh is going to lose because they don't have that skin.
They do have the skin at disadvantage here. For you guys who play solo queue, I'm pretty sure you know all about how much a skin affects your gameplay.
Oh yes.
Like those skins.
Like
but on a more serious note, it actually does in some cases. Like
yes, Leona versus
Huh?
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Sorry, let me finish first. Like we have the current patch notes. They actually found out that Rumble, his Electro Harpoon, was on a shorter cooldown between shots on his Super Galaxy Rumble skin than it was in the default skin. Which
wow,
is kind of crazy.
That's quite
so maybe you should buy the fancy skins as soon as they come out.
As soon as they come out.
Just so
you never
might
know.
Have the edge.
You might.
You can't really tell, but like you might just have it. It might get you a kill here and there.
All right, guys. So game is underway. Let's see. We're gonna have a standard start. Everyone just lining up in the front lines.
That's what we've been seeing a bit lately. I mean, HKESports last time did surprise us with a Pantheon like invade out of nowhere. Not really something you'd see that much. It really took the other guys like off guard.
Yeah, by surprise.
Yeah. But we'll see here. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be standard.
Yep.
No messing.
No messing. Just making sure no buffs are being stolen by the other team. Securing the lanes.
Got a lot of wards coming out from RuSh here. I think they're a bit afraid of yoeFW being a bit aggressive at the beginning, whereas yoeFW is a bit happy saving their wards for the laning phase.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
Seconds until minions spawn.
Got Azir doing his bird moves. Look at him. He's a real bird, guys. Yeah.
He's not a fake bird, guys. He's a real bird.
That's what he always dreamed to be. Well, Maple's having fun anyway, doing it in the middle of the ward, so RuSh can see exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Nice and cool.
Let's see if RuSh will be able to do anything off this. Knowing that Azir is stuck in mid lane,
I'd like to see like
around.
the whole team just like turn around him, like trap him in whilst he's messing around.
5 flashes burnt, but they got first blood, so totally worth it.
Totally worth. It's only worth though if you type it into old chat afterwards.
Yeah. It's only worth if you type worth.
The first one to type it wins.
First one to say GG.
So we have Refrain and Stake starting off on the red side of the jungle, and we have Rek'Sai and Renekton both starting here on the blue side of the jungle. So they're going to be ending up in the same kind of place. We don't see any lane swaps this game either.
Yeah, so
what's interesting to note though is Animas and I can't even tell what the hell that guy's name is. But Thresh. We'll call him Thresh. They're actually taking the Krug, so they're giving them quite a big experience advantage over in the bottom lane.
Yeah, but they did take quite a long time to do that, so they might have missed a few minions, although that...
It's worth it, seriously.
It's still worth it, right? But
I mean, look, they only lost 1 melee minion for the whole thing.
Well,
so
2
like,
now.
No, they lost 1.
Yeah,
in terms
but
of experience.
It's terms of experience.
Like that's the most important thing. You can miss once, yeah. But once they get the experience, it's definitely worth it. See, they're already level 2, so if they want to be aggressive, they can go straight ahead. But maybe they're a bit worried. Yeah. They're not sure where he's from. Ooh.
No. I was expecting the Morgana bind to come out there. Wow, Azir's damage is overpowered.
Yoe Flash Wolf already dominating the early parts of the laning phase. We have both mid and bottom lane really low already, even though Lucian and RuSh did both have the experience advantage. Might work out for them.
Yep, so we see Rek'Sai didn't go back, he went straight to his red buff and he looks to be coming bot here. Lee Sin, after blue, went back to buy that upgrade for his smite, I believe. He is quite low, but 3v2 is still better than 2v2.
See if they'll get anything from this.
Probably going to come in here. Here we go.
Here we go.
Is this the first blood potential? Let's see. Corki using the Valkyrie to get away. Oh, Sorda has got hooked. Death sentence. Shall it be the death of him? I don't think so. They managed to get out of this.
Managed to flash out.
Wow. 2 ignites burnt for both. 1 ignite, sorry, for both sides.
But RuSh do have their flashes still, so they might be able to make a play. They're level 3 now, so it could be very aggressive here if they wanted to be.
Yes, they could be.
That was a really good gank.
It was.
But we do see Refrain coming in here.
Now, he's probably checking out to see if they've done the red buff.
He knows the Krugs haven't been touched, so that means Rek'Sai's
wow!
Blind Q.
That was amazing.
Ooh.
That was amazing.
Refrain
I didn't expect
really
him to
showing
hit
off
that.
here.
Oh,
is he gonna get it?
Oh. So close yet so far. Alright, I think he's gonna go and just take those Krugs from him. Steal them out for Refrain.
Oh, wow.
Maple is so pushed up here in mid. And Stake as well. It's just bullying Hey So Big so much.
Hey So Big is having a bit of trouble here.
Hey So Big.
So this is why I don't like picking Renekton into Gnar too much. Like, I don't know, it seems good on paper maybe, but I don't even think it seems good on paper actually. I just think it seems really bad to do.
Dark Binding almost hitting here. Now Refrain is still in the bot lane, so RuSh bot lane have to be very careful about what they do here. Now, of course, they're going to hug the tower, and Refrain will go take his blue buff.
I think it was just making sure Rek'Sai stays out of that business.
Yeah.
Sure, he might get a chance to rotate down there. Yoe Flash Wolves don't actually have any wards.
Wulala is getting bullied so much by Azir.
Yeah, this is what we were worried about. Like, Azir has so much free reign on
oh, here we
this
go.
early game, but
never mind.
It's not going to do much. Like, Azir is a safe laner as well. He does have his dash, so he can easily get out of those situations.
Yeah, that's why I think Azir is so strong right now as well. He's got his incredible damage he can use from range, and then he's got his dash as well. He can just put it over the wall and easy, gone, safe.
Getting a bit of harass onto Ao 3 is Taiwan there. What's with RuSh in there? How to like pronounce names? Come on, guys, make it easier for us.
All right, so there's no ward down in here for bot lane. Refrain's just gonna back
Fresh is
out.
quite low, so they could possibly get a dive here. They need to land the binding first. I'm not too sure. They're playing it safe, so yeah, Refrain just went back, so they don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, Rek'Sai is gonna get that Rift Scuttler, I think. Or yep, picked it up. Oh, and Rek'Sai coming in here, but they have no wards. But Animas is incredibly low. I don't think he can fight this one. Oh, Corki's getting out there. Heal having to be burned. Is Rek'Sai going to be able to pick this one up? I think he has to flash over the wall.
Oh my god! Takes the damage as he flashes.
Smite picking that one up, but no worries. Fizz was there to
yeah, he was there anyway. So a little bit of a waste of a flash there. Definitely really good for RuSh.
Yeah, Maple could have communicated that to Corki, but I guess it was a bit rushed. A bit panicked.
A bit rushed.
When you have hey.
I thought that was intended.
No, well it is now. I'm gonna say it is.
Okay.
That's probably why it's my subliminal mind, you know, helping me.
But RuSh really needed that kill. They're having quite a lot of difficulties in their lanes right now.
Yeah.
Forced out every turn.
Yeah, farming wise.
Fizz is level 6, so we might be able to make something happen. So Refrain is
nearby,
showing presence, and we have Swordart coming up too.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey So Big is not so healthy. Stake is managing to bully him out. He's already used Mega Gnar. Hey So Big is having to pop his ultimate. This is
might actually win here.
A close fight. Refrain has come in to save it, so there is no chance. Hey So Big is Hey So dead.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, well, that was a good gank from Refrain, I'm not going to lie.
That was a really good gank.
Perfect timing. I think he should have played a little bit more safe,
Yeah.
to be honest. Like, Mega Knot had been used already, so he's got the harass, he can jump away, you know, he can jump onto you as well. So when you're that
generally
low,
once the Mega Gnar is run out, expect Mega Gnar
Yeah.
again. All this stuff's in cooldown. It's a good time to fight for
it is,
Renekton,
but not when you
like-
have 20%
But not when you
health.
have 20% health.
Oh
not
no,
when
Thresh,
there's no
what are you
ward.
doing? He's getting bullied here by Azir. He was trying to ward, and he got the ward there, but I mean, was it really worth your life? I don't think so.
What a shame. It was a little bit out of position there, just walking up through the river and not really paying attention to where Sword Art was, actually.
Yeah, and Sword Art managing to ward up the whole, well, almost the whole of Red Side jungle. The
And
bit
this-
that they care about
yeah.
for now.
And this means poor Animas is zoned out from all of his creeps here.
Yep.
Not really a great situation for him to be in.
But it does mean that yoeFW will now have 2 kills to the 1 kill from RuSh.
And a 1,000 gold lead
yeah.
as well. I believe that's just from the extra CS. they
Yeah, I
managed to
think
get.
it is. Oh, now Animas is
Oh! Finding
low.
during his ultimate, so he couldn't actually use it to clear the creep wave as he was intending to do.
Yeah, that was good binding.
Really good finding.
You duck binding. Oh, wow,
another
Animas
one.
has to dodge these. Spell shield perfectly, managing to block the death sentence.
Yeah, the reactions in yoeFW is just impeccable all around.
Yep. And the skill shots from Corky's ultimate is nice. I like it. Very good prediction.
Well, we see RuSh struggling a little bit here in the early game, but they're not doing like. Well, I don't want to say they're not doing as bad as like I was expecting them to do, but they're really holding their own. They're definitely the underdogs in this situation. So there's still the chance that they can get some kills here and there and maybe win this. They do have Fizz, who is a very high damage mid laner.
So he now is. This is what I mean. Stake can sit back and auto attack and then run away, and auto attack and run away, and auto attack and run away. And Hey So Big really can't do anything about it. And then when they fight, when he's Mega Gnar, you know, he's gonna lose that fight because he's got so much TC. And we see Refrain coming in out here as well. Mega Gnar is soon gonna be popped. Hey So Big really has to get out of this. I don't know what he's doing. This Mega Gnar is here, and now he's gonna be stunned, and that's Hey So Big down the drain.
Hey So Big here is really regretting not buying any wards for his top lane. For you guys watching, that's a very good example of why you can buy wards every time you go, but it does allow RuSh to get the
Yeah, they
first
saw
dragon
Refrain
here.
up there. They're probably going to get this one. Yes, they are.
That's a
very
really good play.
Yeah. And now, is Sword Art going to die for this? Trying to check if Baron's there.
That's
She's
the
got the
fish,
spell
but
shield.
what?
No problems here. Just going to
Flash
back
the
out.
Huck as well, that was good.
Yeah, they pop Flash. Wow, Azir! Wow, Azir! And Corky! Oh dear, that was terrible. They should have just backed out as soon as they got the dragon.
Yeah,
They've
it's not
lost 2
looking
kills
good for
that.
RuSh.
Ouch.
Will Wulala get out of this one? Looks like he's safe.
Ulala Taiwan.
But what's that worth it? 3 kills for a dragon? I'm not quite sure with the gold changes. I think that was not worth it
I
for
don't
RuSh
think it
at
was.
all. Oh, we see Corky with a red buff too.
Ooh, and
Refrain moving up here.
yeah, Refrain is going to come here, dive this one with no problems at all. Oh wow, nice dash from Animas.
Bit
He's
of
gonna
a
have
strange skill shot there. It was quite a big miss.
Yeah, I think he meant it was either this way or that way, so he chose this way.
I think he was expecting a juke.
Yep.
But it didn't quite happen, and it just looked quite lame.
Mm.
But if that was to hit and he juked into it, it would have been like crazy mad life level.
Oh yeah.
Skill.
Indeed. So blue buff going over to Azir.
Wow, I swear Sword Art's hit every single one of these times.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he hasn't missed one. I haven't seen one like go amiss, really.
See Rek'Sai coming into the bottom lane here. Looking for some stuff to do.
But not much to do because bot lane has gone B. So we see Gnar has completely dominated. Stake has dominated Hey So Big like the whole game so far. And even though Hey So Big using teleport, he's not going to be able to save this tower.
Yeah, what a shame. The problem is Hey So Big, like Refrain has always been there during Renekton's power spikes, the times where he ideally wants to fight. Like Renekton wants to be fighting.
No, what
this
is
kind of
this?
situation.
This is why Gnar is so dangerous.
Yeah.
He's going to get this one as well. Wow. Oh,
Solo
dear.
kill going there.
Ooh, that is painful.
Yeah, so Renekton falls off really
Oh, what do
easily.
we
You
see
need to
here?
get ahead.
Rek'Sai is going the wrong way, it seems.
It was just out of position. Like, this is the thing about yoeFW rules that makes them so strong. They always punish. Like, when the enemy team is out of position. They're always there at the right time. Like Refrain is so good at roaming. He's always in the right place at the right time, managing to capitalize on the enemy team's mistakes.
Yeah, so even though they lost the dragon, they've managed to get 6 more kills, I think, from that.
Yeah. Oh.
And here we go. Wulala is going to use that, but he's going to die.
Oh, the binding, managing to help clean that one up.
Oh, Refrain is going to go down, and no, Thresh is going down too. So this is mid tower for yoeFlash Wolves.
That was a good job by Thresh securing the kill on Refrain there, but they lost so much from that. It's not going too well for RuSh at this point. It's going to be really hard for them to bring it back in the game. So what they need to do now is just look at what went wrong in the early part of the game and apply it to their second game.
Yeah.
And think, okay, we need to work out what we can salvage from this and then apply it.
So we see Sword Art coming in here down the bot lane. Animas is looking dangerously dead.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. That Stake going aggressive here.
Bullying Rek'Sai, not even able to come and help.
Hitting
Lucian
maybe
there.
Thresh will be able to.
Might be able to land the death sentence. Let's see. Dark Binding. Oh, Spell Shield.
Ooh.
There we go. That's the Dark Binding.
Here we go.
Fizz is also coming in there with the Lantern. So
that was a great Dark Passage, yeah. So they can find kills here and there with some good plays, but they need to make it consistent. They need to make sure they're not getting out of position too much as well.
They need to do it at the right time as well to secure the objectives.
Yeah, they need to really focus on where Refrain is. Like, that's the problem, especially in top lane with Tape So Big, is he's always like starting to fight with the wrong timing.
Yep.
As he's not warding his lane.
Nice dash there from Azir.
Okay.
Dodging the Dark Binding. Sorry, Dark. Sorry, no, Death Sentence. What am I saying?
Death Sentence. That's the one.
That's the one I was trying to say.
Yeah, just look at the farm difference from every champion. Like, they're at least 20 CS ahead on every single lane at this point.
Yep.
The RuSh are unfortunately falling further and further behind. So with a pick on position, they may get some kills here and there, but it's going to be so hard for them to actually get back into this fourth.
Yeah. Although they do have the first dragon, so if they manage to get the second one, that's still quite a big buff.
The first dragon.
Oh, what do we see here?
Ooh.
Corki getting death sentenced, but Stake is also there. Lucian is looking dangerously low. I think he's going to go down to Corki. Stake is just so strong. There's nothing they can do. And now when he's going to turn into Meganar, Rek'Sai really doesn't have much up his sleeve.
Managed to get an elbow.
Managing to kill Corki though, that was really good. But here we go. Here come the stuns, and that's 3-4-1.
Can you see any possible counterplay in that situation against the wall with a Nara?
No.
No. You don't want to be in that situation.
And having to use Playful Trickster to try and dodge the Q, but unfortunate. It's not going to save you.
Yeah,
oh, hey, so big. No, don't stay there, please. Save yourself.
Yeah, at this point, like, RuSh have lost all of the jungle control at this point. If you look at the warding, yoeFlash Wolves completely dominated RuSh's jungle. It's just wards in every single, like, bush.
Yeah, really asserting their dominance in this game and showing, like, how much of experience has a factor in this matchup.
Yeah, they're really showing, like, who is the more experienced team in this situation, unfortunately for RuSh.
Yeah. But hopefully RuSh can pick up some pointers. They didn't really do anything too badly this game. It was just laning phase. They got bullied out.
It was just their positioning needed work on. That's the main thing. They need to know when to fight, when not to fight. Their early game was great with the early Rek'Sai gank. Like yoeFlash Wolves did not expect that at all.
Yeah, and yoeFlash Wolves on point with the dragon timers here. Going to pick up the first dragon for them and probably secure the win with that dragon, if I might say.
Yeah, they both now have the damage boost.
So we see, we got Wulala going in here on Stake. Stake is getting really low. Refrain might be able to get that one, but of course Stake jumping out. Now Wulala is going to try and pick up a kill here, make something out of nothing, but unfortunately Exhaust was not enough for him. Morgana managed to flash out.
Managing to almost get 2 people down.
Yep, but it was a 0 for 3, and almost 2 for 3.
Yeah, it's going to leave a bitter taste in their mouth after that.
Yeah.
Just missing those 2 kills.
So we see a bit of pressure coming down here on bot, whilst Corki is really pushing top
lane. Yeah.
Probably going to be able to get this tower before Rek'Sai manages to save it.
Even if Rek'Sai got there, he didn't do anything.
No, that's what I mean.
Sorry, Rek'Sai is a girl. I always forget that one.
And there we go.
So down it goes.
So that's 4 towers to 1, 18 kills to 4, and 1 dragon to 1 dragon.
Yeah, I believe at this point, yoeFW is just gonna start grouping in mid or bottom lane and just forcing them to push and try and end the game actually.
Yeah.
Like they definitely have enough gold at this point so like all their champions hit their relative power spikes. You see Gnar has his Sunfire Cave, Corki has Trinity Force, Azir has a Needlessly, a Morella, an Omicron, and a Stinger too. So wow. Pretty stacked right there.
Very stacked. Needlessly large rod is needlessly OP.
It's just a cool item.
It is
like
very cool.
Game, dude.
Yeah, I know, it's needlessly awesome.
Pink ward, clear the pink ward.
Good job, good job.
It's good that they're taking vision back in their own jungle. This is exactly what you need to do when you're behind.
Yep.
You stay here looking to get a kill.
Now
I actually get this one.
Yeah, Morgana is also coming in here, although no one looks to be close to.
Good flash.
There we go. Yeah, just burning the flash. Better safe than sorry.
But shame he had to waste it in the first place.
Yeah, it is. But just good positioning from Stake.
Yeah, it was. Like he knew someone would try and ward this push at some point, and he was like at a point where he could probably 3v1 at this point, so it doesn't matter where the other members of RuSh are.
And yoeFW will know that 2 of RuSh's members won't be there, so they're just going to apply some pressure. But RuSh are quick to respond. Queso Big standing there, taking some of Azir's auto attacks. Now, are they looking to fight this? That would be quite dangerous.
Just put his turret up.
So they're just going to keep the pressure up here in mid lane whilst Gnar and Corki are split pushing, which is a very good idea.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. So this is Azir's damage right there.
Okay,
that's quite ridiculous.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. So you see Corki is pushing top. Gnar is keeping pressure on bottom, and 3 members of yoeFW, well, they got that tower in mid,
tower,
so Woolala is looking dangerously low. Dark Binding just missing. Blind Kick also missing. Unfortunately, Rek'Sai, however, he's a bit too far away from his team.
A nice flash from Refrain there.
Yeah, and this is going to be another tower within a minute.
Tower. They're just cleaning up at this point. Corki's just been constantly bugging poor Renekton in the top lane. So they can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, as they're going in to help him, it's going to be
gets caught though.
Maple got death sentenced. And Lisa going in here. This is crazy. Diving the tower. Refrain is good. Oh, nice flash from Animas. Now, will Corki die for this? Let's see. That heal saving Refrain. Oh,
he gets it now. So
Azir got
something.
That's good.
Yeah, unfortunately, RuSh don't really have the damage to really follow up on the death sentence here, so they're just too far behind at this point.
Yep.
Unfortunately, so they're not gonna win. Definitely not gonna win. I think they have any chance.
Unfortunately.
But we'll see what they can do. Maybe they'll pull out some really cool plays. Like, and at least make it look cool when they lose.
Maple stealing the blue buff, although that's not such a big problem for RuSh right now. They need to focus on not losing any inhibitor towers.
Yeah, they just need to sit by the inhibitors and wait for the creeps to come to them to get as much farm as possible. But even at this point, like, it just leaves all the buffs open for yoeFW to walk in and take. So they can easily take Baron whenever they want to at this point.
Yeah.
They might even just go straight there now, force a final team fight.
I believe they're just going to shove mid, clear the lane, and then either force a fight or just take Baron. Simple as.
Yeah, it really is that simple at this point.
And you see yoeFW can see exactly where they are now on the blue side of RuSh's jungle. Since they stole out the wolf camp, using Smite on the wolves gives you that little ghost or ghoul following
ghost. It's pretty good. Like, you only really want to do
Corki
that.
Finding Rek'Sai in the bush. Now this is dangerous for Corki because wow, that damage though. Never mind.
Yeah,
they're not gonna try and fight this one. And Morgana Sword Art is coming in here. This is looking very dangerous. Rek'Sai, she is just gonna ult out of that.
So this is why you have tunnels in your base, just for these exact scenarios.
Exactly.
That was close.
It was close. Nice.
They might have even been able to win the game off that little 2 kills if they would.
Yeah. If they had died there, that would have been that was very crucial that they stayed alive there, actually.
Crucial, but it's just delaying the inevitable, unfortunately, at this point.
Like you are saying.
Alright, so you see all the lanes pushing up to the inhibitor towers. They're going to do a 3-prong push at this point.
Wow! Azir almost killing Fizz with just 2 abilities, I guess. But 1 or 2 auto attacks.
I think that's what makes Azir so strong. He just, like, all his damage comes from his auto attack. An insane amount of like sustained damage.
Yeah.
So he's like almost like an AD carry in the way.
Yeah, he's AP AD carry. Oh, and Rek'Sai trying to make something out of this now. They don't want to lose the inhibitor. That will refrain going down. Rek'Sai going down. Fizz also dying. Oh, nah, is just hey so big.
Alright, watch the old chat. Wait for the RuSh to say #worth.
Wait for it.
I don't think we have chat enabled, so unfortunately we might not see the worth come out.
Yeah, and if they said it, I'm pretty sure it would be in Chinese either way. Sword Art getting hooked by the death sentence. Animas also going down, and this is game one, I believe, for yoeFW. Managing to ace the entire team there.
So 23-minute win, it looks like. That was really good from yoeFW. Well, what we expected of their top-tier team.
Nothing less than expected. Let's see, will they be able to pick up a kill right before the defeat?
I don't
Unfortunately
think so.
not.
Wait it out. Wait for the GG to finally come out. There we go. GG, guys.
Oh, wow. How does that work? How does that work?
I thought they were invincible at that point, but okay, here we go.
Never mind. Wow.
Alright, so that did not go too well for RuSh, guys. Unfortunately so. They were definitely the underdogs coming into this, but they did okay during the early game. We do have to hand that to them.
Yeah, they held their own for a little bit.
Like, they were struggling in their individual lanes, but
Yes,
Rek'Sai was coming in making sure like it wasn't too bad of a situation.
Yeah.
And then once Refrain got into his own, he started catching RuSh out of position. That's when the game started falling apart.
Objective-wise, in the beginning, they were doing much better because they had the wards, they had the vision, but then as soon as it got past 5 or 6 minutes, Morgana was warding up the whole of the jungle.
Yeah, so
and Na was
really
keeping so much pressure, like Stake was keeping so much pressure on what's his name, Hey So Big.
Yeah, Hey So Big.
It was quite tough for RuSh there, and we can see from the laning. I mean, they got so much farm.
So what we'd like to see from RuSh next game is a bit more focused on warding, a bit more safe playing. Keep doing well, Rek'Sai, he was doing his job.
Yeah.
But definitely Hey So Big needs to work on his map awareness, make sure he knows where Refrain is before going aggressive on Gnar.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, just look at the goal difference between these guys. Like Maple actually having a perfect game, going 9-0-9.
Wow.
Wow. Can we check out the damage? See how much damage Azir did. That's the most important thing. Wow.
Okay, there you go.
Look how much further ahead it is of everyone in the game.
Almost twice the amount of damage that Na did.
Like usually Corki does top the damage chart.